It's the Caitlin Lee MTGO Show.
I'm gonna drop this Archon. So one of the benefits of big archetype shifts is that you get to like see all these nostalgic cards come in, and people that like really want to draft Twin or something get a chance to do that. And people that, people that are passionate about specific archetypes get a chance to see them shine. That's really cool. The downside is that people that are only like tangentially paying attention to the cube have no fucking idea. So like the biggest like Twin player in the world might already be off cube because it was removed the season previous, and then I got to come in and check and like wait just to like make sure that just in case it gets re-added, right? So I can't speak for them, I can't speak for their reasoning, but I assume that that's a big part of it, that they care more about consistency and retention than catering to niche groups. Excuse me. Yeah, I just grabbed Epic here because it's a good card for Archon, but it is kind of an underpowered second pick. Blue's looking pretty open too. Yeah, I should just take it to draw 7. You love this cover? Me too. Oh, man. Water's so good. Unreasonably good. Well, we already have this Twister. I'm just going to grab the Echo. Ideally, we'll find Orcs or Shieldred or Narset or Hull Breacher or a Fast Bond. We'll find something to do with these draw 7s. We'll find a thing. Through the Breach is extremely expensive. I kind of hate it. It's just not very good. Sneak Attack, you can at least like split up the cost, even though it's ideal to play plus activate. And the thing with Sneak Attack is you can Sneak Attack in something and it can find you the other thing to sneak in. It can like kill the opponent, whereas Through the Breach, it finds you the other thing, but now you need another thing to cheat it in. Another 5-mana fucking card. We're just going to take the Narset, one of the cards I was talking about with these draw 7s. Wow. This is a hell of a pack. Because there's Memory Lapse to like slow the opponent down, which would be nice. Because this is pretty clunky. But there's an Undercity Sewers and a Fable. If I was still serious about this Archon, then Fable's a really nice pickup. These duels are hard to say no to. The Fable also helps you bin Echo, which is pretty nice. Basically, we have to decide how ambitious we're going to be. With Memory Lapse being the safest pick, followed by Undercity Sewers, and then Fable. Fable keeping the Archon dream alive. Black hasn't felt especially open. There's 2 black duels here, though. I'm gonna grab Fable. I like Fable a lot. If it's wrong, it can't be that wrong. Darkslick Shores helps. Mana-wise, the Daze is also interesting. I'll take the Darksling. I'll take the Spire Bluff. Well, there's my Tri-Land. That's heartening, huh? That's heartening. Yeah, with these draw 7s, we don't need like a ton of ways of cheating the Archon into play. The R-Fixing still wheeling. Was really hoping for some fast mana. Help alleviate this clump of 3s. We are getting some nice reanimation effects. I think Necromancy is just better than Exhume. You Exhume, they like bring a creature back, and then the Archon makes them sack the creature that they just brought back. It would be nice to put a 2-mana card into the deck instead of a 3-mana card, but oh well, I like this Vampiric Tutor. I like this Counterspell. I think I'm gonna grab Counterspell. I think I need like some early interaction, right? And currently we just have none. Well, this is pretty good. There's show and tell. There's another counter. There's a removal. There's a couple of removal spells. And I think I'm just gonna grab the Black Cleave. Just gonna keep on stacking, fixing. Interesting. So the Raucous Theater and the Watergrave are both very tempting as just like awesome dual lands. But then there's also Faithless Looting, Dark Ritual, and Jace. It's just like a very good pack for us. I'm gonna take the Faithless Looting. But yeah, it's tough. It's a tricky one. Maybe you're supposed to Dark Ritual there. Oh, it's Black Rainbows. I thought this might be the Pilgrim for a second. Psychedelic acoustic. A psychedelic folk group. Also on the Black Rainbows label. It's maybe not crazy that they sound similar here. Crab's not a bad one to reanimate and potentially cast. I kind of want to take this Dak Fade and hum. I think the deck needs more threes. I think that'll help. Ooh, an Underground Sea. I would not take Shieldred over Mox Jet. I might take Shieldred over Mox Pearl. It's hard because like we really want acceleration too. Do I need another Watergrave? How comes into play tapped one? Oh wow, the Vamp Wield. Wild. Not gonna think about that too hard. Any consideration for Leovold? I mean, there's a pretty strong reason to not put Leovold in here, right? You'd be adding a stress to the mana base by trying to squeeze green in. Hey, the Watergrave, Raucous Theater, and Dark Ritual are all here. Very hard pick there for me. I think I would have taken the Raucous Theater over the Watergrave. Could use some more red duels. I thought Dark Ritual might help alleviate our mana clumps. Even if I'm just like turn 2ing a Fable or something. I think that's totally reasonable. One of the worst cards you could show and tell in. Just like not beating much the opponent does. Cube. You know it. So Bowmasters is one of the better cards you could pick up with our double draw 7. We can even like deck fade in the opponent and trigger the Bowmaster. Particularly cute if they're Hellbent. The Misty would be great. The Arid Mesa would be good. Little Hull Breacher action. A little bit of a non-bow with Narset, but that's alright. Hope that Strix wheels. It should with all the Watergraves and stuff. Going late. Deck would love a Force of Will. Sheldock's interesting. Kind of dig Bolt. Yeah, I think we have enough churn that Sheldock's legit good. Well, there's that Force of Will I was talking about. We are taking it over a Steam Vents. But that's fine. How many white sources would I want for this 4th? Like 4-ish. We're doing pretty good on playables. Yeah, we'll see. Flooded Strain plus a Plains is already really good. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I think we just want that wheel, or the Colonnade for the 4th. Pyrogoyf. Hard for me to say no to a Pyrogoyf. Singing to Stupor is pretty good, though. Pitches to Force of Will. A little bit better than a basic island, I don't know how many basic islands this deck would want. We currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blue sources. Yeah, very hard to pass Pyrogoyf. It's really good here. Alright. Hey, this Vi Triumphs with the 4th, huh? That's nice. This is just a draw 7 deck? Of course it is. What did you think we were drafting? I don't think we're gonna have the space for these. The benefit being I don't have to play show and tell. I kind of dig Necromancy. Just rebuying Fury and Harvester of Misery. Could get cut, though. Let's get Kolaghan's Command. You like Carnosaur over Harvester of Misery because it pitches to Fury. That's a good reason to favor it, but I prefer Harvester because it costs 2 mana instead of fucking 3 mana. Kind of a big difference in our deck here. All right, for red, I probably want... I mean, 8 would be great, huh? 8 red sources. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A little iffy on 6. 7's doable, but 6 is iffy. All right, and then black's similar, huh? We want like min 7 for black. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I think we just like don't need these swamps at all, huh? And then blue needs 9 minimum, ideally 10 with the counterspell and then our set early on. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then the 1 planes for 4th is fine. We could get away without it, right? The Flooded Strand can fetch the Svi Triome. And we have Fable spitting out Treasure. I feel comfier with the planes there. What did I say black was? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is 8 black enough? I think it is. What did I do? what did I do wrong here? Oh, this is 10 red now. So this is 8 red and 8 black. And then I think blue is on 11. I think that's okay. Hey, thanks, Go for the Throat. Hopefully it plays out fucking amazing. I'll say it needs a little bit of help. Hey, we got a little bit of help. I'm gonna go ahead and force a will that. Nice. I was really worried about a removal spell on the Bowmasters in response. But that's why I let the Narset die there. Because Narset would have denied me Bowmaster pings. I guess Bowmasters shouldn't serve. They might have like a flash thing. They didn't clamp. Well, they didn't clamp because we had Narset in play. We had Narset Bowmaster. Would not have been a good clamp. Hey, Novella endings the 69 months. Cheers. Nice. Where do you enter the code for the free entry? That is Monday and Tuesday. It is Wednesday. It is too long. You have missed the free entry, friend. How have I been? I've been fucking great. Had a really nice day. Really pretty out. Got out in the garden a bit. Got a lot of stuff done. I think I want to save the Necromancy on Orcs until my next turn. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just do it now. This lets me Shelldock Isle, Pyroglyph, and Dark Ritual Echo. Broadside's pretty good here. How's the show last night? It was good. It was a good time. I was mostly there for Strawberry Girls, and they put on a great show, and they were, like, very receptive. Happy to chat with fans and such. I think I got to trade with the Broadside. And then Cancer Bats put on a hell of a show too. They were really fun to watch. Bat Sabbath Alter Ego. I'm not familiar. Well, that's fucking annoying, huh? 3 tokens, much less exciting than 5. Hell yeah, Bellmeister. Cancer Bats did just have a bunch of their stuff stolen. Yeah, they were performing on like completely borrowed gear. So I need to survive this turn. This album does have some sick art, you're not wrong. Awesome. Oh no, they still have the Uvenwald mana. Damn. Yeah, we did just like the flip and serve though, so I figured I'd let the 4-2 resolve. And hopefully they'd spend too much mana on that. Yeah, Spell Pierce looks horrendous, huh? Image looks awesome. I think that's good. That's a good shift. Man, Treachery would have been great. Would have been a great draw off of our draw 7. So close to getting something rolling. Never quite there. I don't know what a Black Mastiff is. Shitty Wizard, isn't that another band or something? I didn't care about the headliner. They weren't that. There was some other thing about Hollywood or whatever. I wasn't very into them, so I left early. Ooh. This is all kind of exciting. A little short on black mana, but I can go like Savai Triome, Bowmasters, and then upkeep Vamp Tutor. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Softnum, thanks for the sub. Thanks for 62 months there. You feel like most SG shows are like that for you? SG? I just don't understand what anybody's saying. Softnum says that there's nothing notable about the number 62. Well, it's more than 61. That's for shame. Strawberry Girls, gotcha. They were talking about a show. They played a show in Madison like a decade ago, apparently, with like Chon and Polyphia or something. And I'm like, that sounds fucking awesome. Where's that tour? But that said, I did enjoy Cancer Bats. This hand looks fucking awesome, too. I guess it is pass here, huh? That game went much cleaner. Play my orcs. Force of will your answer to my orcs. Play my draw 7. Watch that win. Rude AF. Pretty far away from 4th currently. That's fine. Sure. Still tying up like 2 other mana. Feeling pretty rewarded for playing the Bowmaster on their upkeep instead of on my turn, huh? Hey, you dude. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for 106 months there. Appreciate it. A button pressed is a mystery solved. Now we all know what this button does. Merry Cube Miss. Merry Cube Miss, you dude. Favorite new card I'm excited to play with. The, that Ugin card's pretty sexy. Last night I was kind of thinking that my my favorite non-power card to draft is Emrakul, 15-man Emrakul. Really fun card. I think it's taken me years and years to realize that about myself, because I've had a bunch of other favorites. I think I'm supposed to let that happen. Kind of read it now, of course. This is my favorite card, Emrakul or Sheldar. Emrakul. It's a cool one to sneak attack, to Atali, the channel. No, Mr. Bangerson. Death Rat's like vaguely cube playable. Like it's like not a top 20 card. And there's a lot of Planeswalkers in the top 20. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Abadoobie, thanks for the 96 months there. Abadoobie says, hey, Caleb, thanks for the 8 years of entertainment. Time for 8 more. To 8 more. Oh, I'm out of water. I'm gonna need a break after this. Gonna path their own thing, sure. Cool with that. Then I'll just run out Shelldock here. And they've fogged us, so no reason to attack. I thought about vamping for a draw 7. That's potentially really interesting, Ooh, not the best activation. Yeah, if they wanted to draw a card, they could have done that on my turn. Drawn a single card to the Narset. Yeah, then you just wheel here. Only take 14. Build your own Shieldred, All right, cool. So you could tutor Underground Sea for the turn 1 Dark Ritual Bowmaster. I think what we're going to be doing is getting our tap Triland. Does Flooded Strand have an untapped red source? Let me check the overlay real quick. Oh, I've got the old deck in here. I think I exported the other one. Yeah, here we are. I was like, what am I looking at? It doesn't look like it. I think Underground Sea is my only fetchable untapped duel. Alright, I'm just going to do this. Just going to get my red source. How's Strawberry Girls? They were great. Great live show. Really humble folk, good musicians. We're very accessible. I got the set list signed by all of them. That was pretty sweet. Opponent's got a hell of a start going here, Oh, they played another land. Okay. The stew is awesome. I usually add like a little bit of sugar, just like a touch. I didn't do that this time, but the potatoes I'm using are like sweet. And that kind of like balanced it out. Wow. Alright. That's fucking annoying. Let's lead on Faithless Looting. This game is not going well. I feel like we've got so many draw sevens, but we just haven't found one. All right, you win. Real nice start from our opponent there, Kind of made me wonder if I should be trying to arc on them. Show and tell can always pitch to force. I guess I'm all. Looking at a turn 4 Archon potentially. With the Knight's Whisper at the land, and then the Fable to loot away. I'll get our third land drop lined up. I used a lot of Adabo seasoning, which I don't typically. But I was kind of in a rush. What's the purpose of having an all-purpose seasoning? I still use some herbs and stuff. Put a big old bay leaf in there. A lot of rosemary. A little bit of thyme, dill. Yeah, get it out of here, dog. Y'all ever see a streamer just straight murder a dog before him? To game 3 we go. I kind of want that chainsaw in. Here on the draw, one more like pseudo cheap removal spell. I wonder if I'm supposed to be cutting the 4th. Let's do that actually. Cut the 4th and then cut the plains and cut the Savai Triome. And then we just add a mountain and a swamp. Just have a few more comes to play on tap lands. Perfect. Kind of want that Kolaghan's Command in too. They have a lot of equipment. I guess we have Dak handy. Hopefully they don't have a fetch here. I think I'm going to be low carbon this summer. So my stews will be changing a bit. minus potatoes plus kohlrabi, that sort of deal. I think the big thing that I'll miss is actually like the little bit of flour that I put in there to thicken it up. I don't really know about low carb substitute. I guess I could try. Almond flour or something. I don't know if that would give it a weird taste. Or like coconut flour has a milder taste. I don't know if that would like thicken it the same way that regular flour does though. Hey, Prisco SOS thinks the 99 months there. Cheers. Prisco says, use your Prime subs on your favorite streamer, or even Caleb. Use gelatin-style stuff. Oh, that's an interesting idea. I can see that working. Pork rind crumbs. There's an idea, too. Chat's got all the fucking answers. Mashed beans. I think beans have more carbs than you'd expect. I guess I should cast the Fury now, and then I'll save my treasure. Chainsaw and Fury might be sweet. All buffed and double striking. The flipped Fable gets to copy Fury. That could also be very good. Interesting block to keep the Karn alive, because the Karn's at 1, so he can't produce this turn. And the Fury could have, like, exiled my token. Could have been good, I don't know. The bags of mashed potatoes that you add water to can be used as a thickener. Yeah, not super useful for a low-carb thing, but it's a cool idea. This is your favorite Dark Ritual art? It's a pretty good one. Then I guess they just all serve it kind. Sour cream could thicken. Sour cream and cream cheese. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the creamy stew and creamy soup. I don't hate that idea either. If only I could give this Fury trample hum. So they put Chariot to hand. Yeah, cornstarch, you might as well just be using flour, Pureeing vegetables. Interesting. Wait, why are they copying Mother Runes? Oh, because it's their end of turn. Sure, sure. I thought they might use it on the Chariot. I mean, they need a removal spell, like, right now, Yeah, I really enjoyed King Buffalo both times I got to see them. Oh, they're going to give the token, they're going to copy it with the reflection. And try to sneak in lethal. I mean, if I try to kill it now, then the Mother of Runes has to give it pro-red now, and then the haste token won't have pro-red. We can just block with Pyrogoyf. Very tempting to target the Mother of Runes, but I guess I go face. Hopefully I didn't fuck that up somehow. Yeah, so far I think I like the cream cheese idea the best. Thinking it while making the soup creamy. I think I'm gonna lead on Epic here. And then I can Vamp Tutor for like an Underground Sea or something. Then use the Epic here to loot away the Echo. And then turn 3 Flash in Hull Breacher on tap, Flashback Echo. And hopefully that'll be good. Just need an opponent to do nothing for 4 turns. Kimchi powder, that's an interesting idea. I'm going to be trying to grow, oh, let's Vamp Tutor for Force of Will then. I'm going to be trying to grow some bok choy this year. Just making some Asian style soup. Sounds good. Apparently they grow really well in Wisconsin. Kind of stoked about it. Because I haven't cooked with them much, but I'm always stoked when I'm at a restaurant. Yeah, I think that's fine, right? They draw 3. It's also good charred and then roasted or braised. Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be a good grilling vegetable, too. I searched kimchi powder, and it brought up a beauty... like a beauty... like, makeup thing. If I can't protect it with the Force of Will, then I think I prefer playing the Narset. A little harder to interact with. If you're playing against a red deck, you just don't down take the Narset, but we don't know, right? We'd be playing around who knows what. Oh, man. Be a bummer if he gets bolted. Yeah, shit. Well, that was poor. And we exiled our Hull Breacher with the Force of Will. Fuck. Yeah, I wanted to make sure, like, if they played a exile removal spell, then I wanted to make sure that I got my value off the Narset, make sure I got my card. But maybe that was wrong, Damn. It feels like it all should have lined up well, right? We had the Force of Will protection. We had the way to bend the Echo. 2 different payoffs. Feels like I fucked that up somehow. Oh shit, what up? Hey, King Leonidas, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 5 months there. This Time Twister's doing a few things. For one, they've got 6 cards in hand and I have 0. But for 2, we're shuffling their Flage back in. As well as like our Narset and such. This is very awkward. We can't Dark Ritual out the Pyrogoyf. I guess I'm just casting Faithless Looting. Hey, King Leonidas thinks the 5 months, sharing that prime. I'm actually going to chump with my Epicure here. Get a creature into the graveyard for the Goyf. Not that it matters, because I probably want a Dark Ritual this turn anyway. Do I want to Vamp on upkeep? I don't think so. We'll try that. Yeah, Power Goyf is great with Fable. Legacy-worthy interaction there. Kind of regret not getting Orcs. Almost did. I think I'm just supposed to play Strix here. Orcs give you 2 blockers, so it's better against a removal spell for sure. Damn. Yeah, that's lethal. Is the Orcs let me live? Right? I play them, I jump the Pyrogoyf. I can Solitude them or not. We did just nuke their hand, right? They only had a couple cards to work with. And Strix is obviously a better blocker for Pyrogoyf. I wonder what my next turn would look like. I would have drawn. I would have down-ticked Narset. Does this Necromancy do anything? There's an Athari. I guess that would have run into Solitude. If I play out the Orcs there, they probably chill in the Solitude. But then we would have had Counterspell. But Athari only gains 3 life. It's not really enough to offset the Pyrogoyf. But I guess I get 2 chumps out of the Orcs. Yeah, I don't know. This Spell Pierce is fucking sucked. Image looks amazing again, Archon looks like a real terrible card here. Oh, I want Spell Pierce in. They're playing like 5 mana swing the game cards. Well, let's do this. What y'all know about Vast? Visual Audio Sensory Theater. This deck's sick. It is sick, yeah. I feel like I probably misstepped somewhere in that last game. Probably a few different places. Oh, you own this CD. Interesting. Leading on Island lets me cast a counterspell if I rip it on turn 2. While also holding up this Pierce. You can Faithless Looting, but like we don't currently have a real rush, right? We don't have a burning need to loot. Currently not a lot to do with those cards, right? The Necromancy, the Image. You downloaded this song on the OG Napster. Napster was a little before my time. I did use LimeWire and Kazaa. Oh, interesting. I think they played it. I think they had the mana tithe when they recalled last turn. They were hoping I would have a 2-mana counter. That's a bummer. Oops. Possible I'm supposed to be setting up this Twister with a Vampire. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Geeky Jackson. Looks at 24 months. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. That is a very awkward time to activate the One Ring. Because now they just lose that card. I'm going to learn from the previous game and not down tick the Narset. We didn't know that they were playing red last game was the issue. They just like let on blue-white stuff. So I thought it was safe to collect my value. This is the second opponent to just fire off One Ring into Narset. Just tap it. Just time to get those cards. All right. Am I crushing Moonmans or cows? I'm crushing cows. Think about down-ticking Narset here anyway. Because if they have a Bolt, they can just attack with the soldiers, and then Bolt still clears Narset. Alright, let's down-tick. Perfect. Exactly what I was hoping for. You think it tastes worse than a can? Interesting. Yeah, it's the plan for my my wedding, is to have a keg of spotted cow. One keg for all of chat, exactly. They grab the Wheel of Fortune. They're scared of the Wheel of Fortune, not this Pyrogoyf. It's an awkward one because it does exile the Echo, so I don't get flashback value. That's why they played to take the Wheel, because then if I paid 5 mana for it, they'd be able to normalize it. Okay, so they are going to be able to get rid of the Narset. They're taking 7 here down to 10, and then 2 down to 8. It's kind of some real damage, huh? We still have this Pyrogoyf handy. Last few weddings you went to had spotted cow, 1 red wine, 1 white wine, no complaints. Nice. Yeah, I think that's the plan for us too. In the RSVPs, I actually asked if people preferred red wine, white wine, or beer, so I could calculate how much of each. Very affordable to do it that way. Like, cheaper than offering a cash bar. Chat's invited. Some of chat's invited. It'd be cool if I could figure out a way to stream it, but I don't think it's in the cards. It's kind of in an obnoxious area for cell reception. Food and drinks, like the most expensive part. It really depends, Top Deck Island. We got a hell of a deal on food. We're paying like $20 a plate, and it's a smaller wedding. Some venues are extremely expensive. We got a deal on our venue too. The thing we decided to splurge on was the cake. Yeah, it's difficult to put into words how good this cake is. And we got 2 different options. The real fancy shit. But yeah, the booze isn't going to cost as much as the cake, and I think it's going to cost like roughly the same amount as the venue, which is not very much. Because we're getting married in a state park. You can burn so much money on a wedding. You really can, yeah. Quality or decoration-wise. You're talking about for the venue? Some venues are just extremely expensive, straight up. There's a really cool venue here in Madison that was... It's like this cool piece of architecture that was designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. And we looked into it, and the prices didn't seem that crazy. And then I found out that if you use them, you have to pay them for, like, table seat settings. Like, even if you bring your own food, you still have to pay them to use their, like, silverware and stuff. And you start looking at the prices for their food and stuff, and you're like, okay, all right. So now you have to, like... If you want to have it affordable, you'd have to do it there and then have dinner somewhere else, and it's a whole thing. It's like, yeah, fuck all that. Fuck all that noise. Yeah, the Monona Terrace. Your brother dropped $15K on a venue, right? Yeah, I don't think that's like super rare or anything either. A lot of venues and event planners increase the price if you mention wedding. Yeah. Well, I was the event planner. There are not many events. My sister was double checking the other day. She's like, so to confirm, there's no rehearsal dinner or anything. I'm like, no. No. Just a chill party. Yeah, winging it a little bit. You blew thousands on a beach club wedding in Malibu. That sounds really cool, though. Ours is going to be on a beach, but it is at a state park. So the venue's, like, super pretty, but it only cost us, like, $300 for the day. And it included a lodge, which is awesome. So it's a summer wedding, but there's still going to be like AC, and the inside of the lodge looks gorgeous. There's like all these like nice hardwood floors, and then the windows like look out over the lake. And I was like, okay, feels like I'm getting away with something here. Not doing a small rehearsal dinner is rare, but you get it. I guess so. I think a rehearsal dinner makes sense if you've got like a large wedding party and you got people with roles and things, and we're not doing any of that. Hell yeah, Skyfish. You've done so many hot summer weddings with no AC, it's the worst, right? Yeah. I've been there too. Right, exactly, Meat Locker. I think there's like a lot of reasons to do a rehearsal, and I don't think any of those reasons applied for us. Yeah, there is that, King of Sweden. Certainly nothing wrong with that either. So if I DAC them, I get two. They have to discard 2 cards, and I get 2 treasure. Kind of sick. It's kind of sick to like Pyroglyph the human token and like get in and steal the monarchy too. You didn't rehearse anything at yours. You made the centerpieces and the flowers. Oh, cool. Yeah, we have a very minimalist design. Oh, part of the venue is that they don't allow like super fancy setups and stuff, which works really well for us. Yeah, just deciding whether I want to Pyroglyph here, do the deck uptick on them. Deck uptick is so vicious, right? They discard 2, I get 2 mana. Kind of nukes the rest of my turn, though. Yeah, let's just play this Pyroglyph. I think it's a little bit better. Get it into play. Save blue cards in hand for the Force of Will. Set up image on it, maybe. You assume American weddings are over the top compared to Europe? Oh, yeah. Yeah, some people will drop like 50K on a wedding. Me and my fiance aren't like that at all, though. There's not that sort of people. If you have some flowered folks in the network, our so we have flowers covered. They're just paper. Hell yeah, Indo Jackson. I'm also excited for Slimefoot and Squee. I played them a little bit in the early draft thing. It was pretty fun. Paper flowers sound sick. Yeah, extremely affordable. And just something on the centerpieces, let people know it's a wedding. I've heard about wood flowers, yeah. Gabtools with a 29-month sub. Appreciate you, Gabtools. All this wedding talk has me thinking you need some more Bezo bucks. I appreciate that. Cheers. Nice to sit down after a long-ass day. Oh, yeah. That's always the best feeling. Wedding colors. So the decor is extremely minimalist, Pillsbury Doughboy. We're not putting a bunch of shit on the walls and stuff. We thought about colors a little bit in terms of like cake decorating. But we might just ask to have it match the flowers that we have. Call it good. That's sweet though, Trapezoid. You don't want to like start your new life together with like saddled with debt and stuff, right? Nobody wants that. I could get that Hull Breacher bank. Could Faithless Looting and play out the Fury. Yeah, the math I did for just straight up making the tokens and serving was also putting them to 1. Because I could make 5 tokens, which is 5 times 2 is 10, and they could have blocked the Pyroglyph. So I don't know how I got the same amount of damage with both lines, but... Hey, Walmart Greeter, thanks to 80 months there. Hell yeah, Pillsbury, thank you. Big celebration. Big for us. I think we're eating, like... somewhere between 70 and 80 people. I think most people would consider that like a smaller, medium-sized wedding. Oh, that's true. Yeah, all of chat's gonna be there. I do keep forgetting that. You had 70-ish, perfect number. Nice. Yeah, the venue fits 100. And I was figuring if we end up like 20 or 30 short of that, that'll be like pretty pleasant in terms of space. Hell yeah. Nice little trophy. That was a second draft of the season, huh? That's not bad.